I prefer you didn't surround me because then
Who convinced you this? Is it all the lawyers that you have with you?
if you surround me, that becomes threatening.
I don't think it becomes threatening.
Yep. Yeah. No, don't surround me though.
This is just a...
Did I say false imprisonment?
I don't give a fuck what you say. Don't come over to me. Don't come over to me with that shit.
Did I say false imprisonment?
Get that shit out of our face.
I said don't surround me because it's threatening.
Yeah, then go away. Then please just go away.
I have freedom of the press. I'm not going to go
We don't
away.
want you here. So
It doesn't matter if you want me here or not. I have freedom of the press.
But, you know, as freedom of the press, we also have freedom of the people who don't want you here.
Yeah, he's got freedom of the press. I've got freedom of the press.
Singing in the rain, dude. We are singing in the rain. We are scooting and
Are you not surrounding that guy? Why aren't you surrounding that guy?
It, my friend.
I don't have eyes on.
Singing in the rain.
Yeah. Put eyes on. Where's Tony? Put eyes on Tony.
What a glorious
And this is why they don't. This is why they have a hard time winning people over to their side.
What a glorious feeling. I'm having, not knowing the words to the song. We love it. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. My musical.
Aren't you the veteran?
Broadway.com.
On some real shit. Like,
Come find me.
Look. Well, look. No, I want you to see the number. Look. I'm live streaming here on this page. There's about close to 1,000 people watching. I'm doing this as, number one, as a veteran, right? I want to be my own independent media source. I've already talked with several people here and we've agreed that we don't believe that the mainstream media is doing a fair job of reporting because they take things out of context, they spin a false narrative. Yes. Would you agree with that sentiment?
Yes.
Okay, well, it's part of the reason that I'm live streaming so that I can try and illustrate without any editing. It's live, 900 people are watching.
900 people.
And so without any editing, whatever transpires in front of me is what people see. And if this is the behavior that
here's the reason why we're so protective, right? Because 25 protesters have died over the past 100 days, but you don't hear about that in the media, right?
You're right. I haven't heard that.
You see all of these pigs.
That's a good point.
You see all these pigs. 70 officers came to my job. I don't even work in D.C. and they found their way to my job. Mm-hmm. So it's not even about like us being rude because we want to be. It's because we have to protect each other.
Is it frustration?
And we have to protect each other. Like, honestly, these people that are right here are the people that have been here since the beginning. So when people see new people, they just get a little nervous. And it's for good fucking reason.
I don't disagree with having, those feelings and those thoughts. But if somebody like myself, who's clearly been very peaceful for the last 3-4 miles, and I've engaged with a lot of you guys tonight, I've asked questions, they've asked me questions, and we've exchanged a lot of, I think, good communication. But I think that's the important piece that we're missing in this country, is that if people like you and I don't have the ability to come together, stand in the middle of the street, and engage in peaceful dialogue about where one another's coming from, we're never going to meet one another in the middle to come to real viable solutions. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking to come to the middle, to meet people in the middle, and say, look, we're not here to spin a narrative. We might disagree on 1,000,001 things, but I bet you we would definitely agree on a lot of issues within government. But you'll never hear that as long as people silence me and shut down my voice either, right? I've got a voice, and in a lot of things that have transpired in my life, in this gentleman's life, you would be amazed at the common ground that we have.
Similarities.
Right. That you'll never find with us.
It's not divide. It's come together.
So I understand all that. So also you also need to realize that you guys are coming from the perspective of white men.
But that's a judgment.
But I'm going to explain. I'm not telling you that I'm judging you because
that's fine, and I understand
that.
But
I'm just saying, like, from the perspective of y'all are white men.
Sure.
Attractive white men. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
There's this great study from Harvard. It's called Project Implicit. It has these unknown biases that people have in this world. Project Implicit. It's a Harvard study. It's phenomenal. It has.
But you also have to understand. Okay, as white men, people are a little apprehensive about white men being around a black movement, and it's not because y'all are bad white men. We're not saying that.
With that.
But it's because you have to realize that people we need to build a trust. We've all built a trust with each other. We built a trust with Chuck. He's not just out here because he feels like it.
Right.
She's not just out here because she feels like it. He's not like these are people that have built a rapport with us.
Sure.
So it's different.
There are many issues that has affected. I will not interrupt.
Let her finish.
Like I let y'all finish. So, like, it's really just that. I'm sure that you're probably a really good person. I'm a vet, you're a vet. I get it. But we're battle buddies.
What branch? What branch you serve?
Army.
Navy.
I should have did that instead. But yeah, so like it's not that I don't, especially from the perspective of a veteran, like I understand where you're coming from, but I just want you to see it from another side. I'm not saying that either side is wrong,
Right.
but that's the reason why everybody's acting the way they're acting. Now, if you did it without the camera, you know, and I'm being real, like you did it without the camera, you like had like the conversation and then was like kind of like what Chuck does, and then like pull it out, that's different.
Right.
I was born this way. I was joking earlier. If I could have my way, I'd be like a 6-foot Brazilian woman. But I was born
That's his
this
wife.
way. That's my wife, actually.
So can I add a media perspective since we're talking about media? So what a lot of people don't know in these protests, so on August 14th, 41 protesters were rounded up by police and kettled. So you saw the back line earlier, it was to prevent another kettle contest. Those 41, including 14 on August 31st, had felony riot charges given to them. And they're bogus. They're completely bogus. And then they were dropped because they were bogus. They just ran, there were 15 medics, they had a journalist. Keon was the journalist who's next to you, who is rounded up as one of them. He's at every protest. And he's and he's a journalist. So this happens, and in the last 2 weeks, they have reinstated charges, except changing some of the felony riot, which is bogus approval to inciting a riot. So what you have here, to background, is a lot of people who are very worried just for exercising their First Amendment right, just for peacefully chanting, that they will get charges. And what I would ask anyone in media, of any type of media, to shine light on the police abusers and shine light on the, if you're for freedom, when police are illegally charging people, including my man, journalist Keon here, as a threat to all journalists, that we tell those stories. And what we have found, when other media come in, they like to show conflict at a restaurant, perhaps. They like to show conflict out of context here and there. But they do not document. They do not document the police violence and the felony charges. And guess what? After they come after protesters against police violence, they'll come after other citizens. And we don't see that type of journalism coming from other sources. We see one side.
Right here.
I don't know. I haven't.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, right? That's what we're trying to do, is that we agree that mainstream media has done a very poor job of portraying the entire picture, right? And so in order for me, I come from 1,200 miles away, right? In order for me to get a clear picture of what's happening in Washington, D.C., I need to come to Washington, D.C. In order for me to understand your perspective, I need to come and see and hear your perspective from a first-person point of view. I live stream, like I'm live streaming this event, because there is no editing. There is no, I can't take it out of context. You can watch the entire thing from the time that we showed up. You can watch the whole thing from the time that we first, got to you guys until the time that, my battery dies.
Your followers, and someone did a quick background check, and you see you're following Sean Hattie and the like. Your followers are notorious for taking snippets of a 10-second, 8-second snippet of a live stream, clipping it, and telling a story that is not true.
But that's not a fair statement.
You don't think
so? You can't lump sum that in. Absolutely.
But here's what I would say.
But we can be worried about the ones that are there.
Well, yes, you can be protective. Absolutely. And trust comes in time.
Right.
Love, honor, respect.
Right.
It evolves over knowing one another's position.
Right. Sitting down,
stance.
Having dinner together, letting your kids play together. That's how you build rapport. You build relationships. We don't do it stoking conflict. We want to reduce conflict in this country, and we think one of the best ways to reduce the conflict is to show a complete picture. I have my own biases. I have my own stereotypes and views, and some of those may or may not be misguided or misinformed. But the only way that I'm going to learn that, the only way anybody else will learn that, is if they see a complete picture. We need more people giving a complete picture. There's a great guy here, another independent media guy, and he does that. He does a fantastic job. He films from start to finish. He comes to all of these events, all over D.C. He goes to Portland, and that's what he does. He shows from start to finish. Ford, yeah. Right. And I've known Ford for about 5 years.
What's your name? Sorry.
Cash.
Cash?
Yes, pleasure.
Oh, Afeni, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Afeni.
So, quick question. Do you believe in the abolition of... Nice to meet you. Do you believe in the abolition of prisons and police?
Complete abolition? No.
Why
I mean,
not?
what would we do with criminals?
You know what would be the better talking point here?
No, I'm just asking.
No. The Supreme Court says that the police have no obligation to protect you. That's what we need to change, so that police are here to protect us and not work for lawyers and screw people.
But no, so why don't you believe for the total abolition of police and
Well, that's going to look like craziness.
Well, I'm just asking. I need to hear an alternative to what you would do with actual dangerous people, like
So
actual
because
criminals.
you haven't been educated on the alternatives, you don't fully support it because you can't see the
Right. I mean, if you can articulate to me some sort of educated position
So
that makes sense to me.
Right now, we have a 48% recidivism rate in America.
Agreed.
So if the prison system works, if policing works,
Right.
then why do we have a 48% recidivism?
Great.
So if also 58% of all violent crime, and look it up because it was an NYU study, if 58% of all violent crime goes unreported or underreported, then who's really being protected if a majority of violent crime isn't being reported at all?
Being reported. I agree.
So all those criminals are walking around in the street with you.
Sure.
Also, a majority of violent criminals that go to jail come out and they see you in jail.
Right.
So a lot of people are sitting in jail, in life in prison right now for nonviolent crimes. But
Right.
so the reason why we say abolish all prisons, the reason why we say abolish police is because right now they're not protecting us, and the system doesn't make any sense.
There's
The
two kinds
system
of prisons out there. There's a private prison
Not
system,
because,
and
the
then there's state
punishment,
prisons.
because they're literally paying rent to be there. Is that something that you find to be right?
No.
Do you feel like people should be in jail because they can't afford their bail?
Here's what I think. I'll give you a kind of a broad spectrum personal view on some of my personal beliefs so you understand where I come from, not as a journalist, but just as a person. I believe that we've had a lot of issues with domestic policy in this country that has failed, right? I believe that, for instance...
You have a problem with white supremacy in this country?
Well, hold on,
let me finish. I believe that the war on drugs has been one of the largest failures of the United States. I believe that it did disproportionately lock up African Americans in far greater numbers. I believe that when men were predominantly protectors and providers of their homes, that when they lived in economically suppressed regions, that they had a harder time providing for their families, and they did what they had to do. And if that resorted to selling drugs, as a man who has a family and children that I have to provide for, I would understand that. And I don't agree with locking up people for victimless crimes where if there's no victim, if nobody was harmed, I don't agree that they're in prison. And I would agree that we need to abolish a for-profit prison system. So I have a very, libertarian point of view that there's other remedies to what we're dealing with, i.e. ending the war on drugs. I do believe in ending mass incarceration. The mass incarceration predominantly stems from the war on drugs. The war on drugs is what resulted in tens of thousands of predominantly African American children growing up in a single parent home. That resulted in moms working 2 to 3 jobs, mothers working 2 to 3 jobs, and resulted in children being raised by the streets. And then they gravitate into more criminal activity, abusing drugs, and a pattern of behavior that results in children going from high school into the prison system. I believe that there's a lot of systemic issues that can be addressed, but the best way to address them is what we're doing right here. We're dialoguing, we're finding out where one another comes from, and instead of heaping judgment upon one another, we take the time to get to know one another. If you give me the time to get to know me, I think you're going to find I'm a good person who's got some differing points of view, but you're also going to find that I'll meet you in the middle, and I think that there's definitely plausible domestic policy issues that we could work on together.
You can go sit on the bench in front of the White House and have a discussion if you like.
Right. Yep. I was outside the White House probably a week ago protesting myself in my dress blue uniform and my full medals because I haven't seen my daughter in 2.5 years. I haven't seen my son in 2 years. I've got extreme issue with the judicial system. Extreme issue. I think that what I've suffered at the hands of my government is nothing short of a human rights abuse. And the same with this man and many other people. But what we're doing...
I've seen my children for about 50 hours in the past 3 years.
If I don't pay $7,500 by December 31st of this year, I go to prison for 90 days after I serve my country for 20 years. I've got a lot of problems with this country and how it's treating people. And we're here to try and broadcast and show that on a broader light. We're not going to agree on everything. We're human beings. I'm not going to agree with some of your positions and philosophies. You're not going to agree with mine, and I think that that's okay. But I think a lot of that stems from the fact that we've also been affected by the mainstream media. We've been affected by politicians and the narratives that they drive and the wedge they drive. And it's up to us as human beings to find the middle ground.
So you don't think that white supremacy and racism is like a real issue in this country?
No, I do think that racism is an issue in this country.
White supremacy.
I don't believe that white supremacy, no.
and it's not a fair question.
White
either.
supremacy is, no, that's a fair question. Because everything that this country's been built on was white supremacy. Let's be honest.
America's a melting pot.
Do you want to walk? Do you want to walk your? We can walk and talk.
Wait a minute now. White supremacy is an issue in this country, and if we can't address that,
Well,
then we can't. There's no.
I will go on record
Well, hold on.
and state that I do not agree with racism biases.
Are you saying that? So if I don't agree with you that white supremacy is as prevalent as an issue as what you do, are you saying that we can't still have a conversation and dialogue and find that middle ground? Because look, you got to take my position. I mean, look at me in my shoes. I'm a white guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Where
you all going?
By the way,
don't.
I do want to say, there's a group out here, Vets for Black Lives Matter. Most of them are white men who are out here. They're not out here tonight, but they're out here on most Saturdays.
It's civil rights and human rights.
Right. And
Appreciate you being out here filming too.
yeah, and well, they're out here on most Saturdays. There are a lot of them.
Very important.
No, I mean, I agree, and they're not. I know why a lot of them.
Do you have a website or anything that we can put up?
You got something?
Page.
I've been recording this. They call a police line when they do a kettle. As I see, this is MPD doing targeting protesters. Follow this person 2.5 blocks to make an arrest. Completely illegal. This is a completely illegal action from Metropolitan Police Department against protesters in Washington, D.C. It's a target arrest. You see what MPD is doing in Washington, D.C. This is a target arrest. This is MPD.
It's Britney, bitch.
This is completely illegal. Don't get out of here. Get out. Go ahead, go along. This is illegal action from MPD. Cover your face. Cover your face. I need you guys to remember that face over there.
They don't give a fuck about you. Take your badge off, bitch.
You don't have the amount lights. Come back and receive their bikes. You don't have to phone.
They didn't get to arrest the people that they're looking for what he say. And this guy is on the cover over here, so he's part of the illegal actions from MPD in Washington, D.C. Remember his face, everybody? Hey, remember that face over there, the guy with the mask?
Let her the fuck
Behind the sign, he's on the cover.
The fuck did she do? You fucking pig!
All y'all breaks not going to work when I'm done.
Like, all right, let's go.
We see the illegal actions on MPD. And he's smiling, he's happy of the illegal actions that they commit. He's really happy. They know it's illegal, but they're happy about it. Remember the faces of tyranny in Washington, D.C. This is tyranny. We want to talk about dictatorships, persecution. Let's stop talking about Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Cuba. Let's talk about United States. This is real persecution. This is harassment from the government against protesters. Hey, cover your face. Cover your face. Cover your face.
I know. Okay, fine. Chris!
Hey, got him out. Got him out of there. We see he's harassing people, trying to get people started so they can make arrests.
Get your girl. Yeah, get her. Good girl. That's disrespectful shit. I ain't trying
He's trying to instigate people so they can make illegal arrests. You guys are witness. You guys witness the behavior of the police instigating people so they can execute arrests.
Good girl. What the fuck that mean? I heard you say it. You wrong as shit.
This instigation.
You dead wrong. You know that shit.
You're instigating the people.
She can't take his property. And then her friend snatched her. You yell, good girl.
We can't give her.
You talk to your wife like that?
Man, you can do illegal arrests, but people can't defend themselves.
Respect.
You don't have to like it, but she can't take his property. That's it.
Good girl.
That was the bottom line.
Good girl.
That was the bottom line.
But that's what you said. I heard you say that.
Bottom line.
But that's what you said. I heard you say it. I got some. I know who I work on. Have a good night, buddy.
These effects of tyranny. You want to talk about dictatorship, tyranny, persecution? Let's talk about United States. Let's talk about United States persecution of protesters. This is one of the tyrants out here.
What's up, buddy?
Smile, tyrant. Point criminals is what you all are. A bunch of criminals. You good? You good?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if anyone knows the charge, but they don't say shit.
Hey, watch out, they're gonna get him too. So this is the guy. Watch out, the police are trying to arrest more people. They're trying to make more arrests, which is all illegal arrests out here, what they're doing.
Did anyone witness the arrest?
I was right there, but
You couldn't see anything?
if you want to be helpful, go to 14th Street where they're getting ready to go to the people that are coming out
They're hungry tonight. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Hey, keep your distance, you too. They are in a witch hunt tonight. Holy fuck.
There was a confluence of things that happened. You had the Labor Day Spog March, and then after that march, you had TK was badly injured by SPD. Tati was arrested. And then we had clouds of just ridiculous amount of smokes came through. So all of those things kind of confluenced together, and I think there were a few days. Morning March doesn't do their thing on the weekends as it is, and I know that EDM, the air was just ridiculously bad here. Not this Saturday, but the Saturday before. And I think that was a day. I don't think there was anything. I don't think ENDD, DA, I don't think there was anything that happened on that day. We streamed with Off Meta on that day, and
Jenny Durkin, you can't. We charge you with genocide. Jenny Durkin, you can't. We charge you with genocide. Jenny Durkin, you can't. We charge you with
and everything.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. All day. Every day. All day. Every day. All day. Every day. All day. Every day. Whose lives matter? Black Lives Matter.
Whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Sound is good, yes? Somebody say yes or no.
Black Lives Matter.
Even louder.
Black Lives Matter.
Defund SPD, how much?
50% at least.
Defund SPD, how much?
50% at least.
Does whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Said whose lives matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Where should the money go?
If you're just tuning in, we've come to the bridge that goes over Duwamish River and shut it down completely. No one can come over it, drive across it, and we just dropped banners on each side of the bridge. One of the banners says defund SPD 50%, and the other one says too many names.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Black Lives Matter. SPD goes oink oink oink, oink oink oink, oink oink oink. SPD goes oink oink oink. All through Seattle.
That's a pretty good chant. Good night, Granny. And what you're seeing now is people grabbing water that's been provided for everybody here. Eric Johnson in Portland says the protest provides, and it's very true. This is something that you've always seen up here in both cities.
You hear that? You guys in the street, just don't get nobody space. No faces.
That's you. And that was you. Not you. I'm saying, be alert. Just be alert. Checking your senses. I got you.
Let's start over here. Okay. I'm gonna set my stuff.
Very, very interesting. I guess, yeah, Major Bridget Callahan. I guess we're gonna do some more research on that tomorrow. So I'm gonna have some free time during the morning, I guess. Jesus. Gotta figure out if that's true for sure. And then we gotta make some hella fucking phone calls to whoever we got to. Because that is completely inappropriate.
Somebody turns and just stares right at you.
So what's happening now is there's messaging being written on the ground, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's happened here is, for those of you who are just we're in South Park. South Park is technically unincorporated Seattle, so it's part of King County. It's Seattle, but it's not Seattle. A lot of other areas. Like if you're in, say, like Massachusetts or Rhode Island or Connecticut, you might be like, what the heck are you talking about? Because every square inch of those areas are essentially incorporated and attached to a town. That's not the case here in the western United States. And so you may have an area, Edmonds is a good example of this. You could live in Edmonds, and if you live in a zip code, even though your address is Edmonds, you're part of Snohomish County. So if you call 911, Edmonds police don't show up, Snohomish County shows up. You call for the fire department, Snohomish County fire shows up, not Edmonds fire. And South Park is like that also. This is part of King County. The protesters tonight have shut down the South Park Bridge. The reality is the South Park is a very, very industrial area. There isn't a lot of people that live. There are some people who live in the area, but it's very much an industrial area. They've hung two banners, one on either side of the bridge. Those banners are pointing out at the Duwamish River. And right now there are people that are spray painting on the pavement and the concrete of the bridge. And that's kind of what's going on in 2 minutes or less here in the Seattle anarchist jurisdiction. So, and we have entertainment. Right. We get some Ray Charles music, but played like with a like a little bit of a Hawaiian. Would you say a little Hawaiian angle to it?
Capitan has the best insights. I admire him a lot.
Actually,
that's why I was
you're not
excited
going to be able to see any cases here. That's just a great shot. I don't know, I guess this is a good point for me to
Hey, guys, whoever is with in that backpack in the black sweater, can you tell them to run and get out of there?
Sorry, guys. So how's this work? How's this? Sorry. Oh god, it's worse. Now I got like lens flares and shit. There we go. All right, let's do a quick stroll. Check out.
So what's kind of happened here also is that King County Sheriff was here earlier. It looked more like that they were more blocking the bridge than anything else. In other words, it looked like they were kind of doing more of a directing traffic sort of thing, essentially doing what the police should be doing because that's the way it should be. And they've driven off at this point. And protest speak.
You know what strikes me from being from like going to Portland and back is that people in cities like Portland, they're always very, very concerned about being kettled, you know. And in this situation that we're in, we're literally in the middle of a bridge.
Yeah.
You know, like the potential for that is massive.
Yeah.
People are still going with.
It is really interesting, right? Because there have been people who watch my streams know that whenever we kind of go into an alleyway or something like that, I just start talking in the streams. It's like, what are we doing? I'm not, you know, because look, I've never been in the military per se. I've been civilian attached to the military. You know, I've never been in the shit. I've never been in the sandbox, but I know what a kill box is. I know enough to know what a kill box is, and there's been more than one occasion, not that I feel that anybody would be shot down in an ambush, but there has been more than one occasion in Seattle where I feel like we've walked kind of into kill boxes that in other cities the police would have moved in and kettled them up, and that had been the end. And that doesn't seem to be a tactic that SPD does. Although Seattle does seem to be employing more and more of Portland-style tactics in the last 4 to 6 weeks. That's what I've seen.
Yes. And Portland has been deploying more of the Seattle messaging that we're so known for with our chants and things like that.
Yep.
And then something else to note on like in this situation is that these people are not dumb. Like they understand the calculated risk that they're taking, but it's just that important, you know, to them. So, you know, that's kind of where we're at here.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. You know, that we have our first introduction to the rainy season tomorrow. It's just supposed to dump with capital D tomorrow, and then it's supposed to rain through Saturday. And we desperately need it here, and I know it's going to be raining all the way down in Oregon and where they really need it. And so I'm happy to see that they're going to get that rain. It's going to help with the forest fire smoke and all. But it is going to be interesting to kind of see what.
That's what you do.
I'm not trying to be funny, but like say the last word one more time.
Kettle.
Kettle.
Oh, you don't know what it is, but you do it pretty good.
But you were saying something about spray paint, but we were talking about.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah. No, he wanted me to record the spray paint on the wall. The crime committed tonight.
So you're saying there was a crime committed tonight?
Yeah, spray paint on the wall. He said.
I recorded too. Oh,
but he didn't want to talk about people being killed in the hands of police.
I never said that. Did I?
I'm still waiting for your answer.
I verbally said
I'm still waiting for your answer.
Now, what was my response? I actually gave you a response.
Did you? Guess I'm gonna have to go watch my video like 20 million times. Maybe I can find one.
But we have to understand something. No matter where we are, we only have.
There's still people that are still gonna die.
Can I answer?
Sure.
I only have jurisdiction in the District of Columbia, so I can speak on matters of other jurisdictions. But as far as me actually doing something about it, as far as enforcing the law or having to stand and doing something about it, I can only represent the District of Columbia. So
What kind of law were you enforcing tonight? What was the?
We actually let the people parade without a permit on the street, but we let them.
Well, it was most of a police parade. It was more like MPD because it was 20 protesters and about 100 MPD.
It's not a parade. It's a protest.
Parades what MPD does every night.
I have a question. Since you're here to talk about MPD, that's your jurisdiction,
That's all
correct?
I'm talking about, right?
All right. Well, can I ask
talk
you?
about my side of the field.
Okay. So can I ask you about the unprofessionalism from certain officers in MPD that I have noticed firsthand when I've been covering protests? I've seen just, what was it, Saturday or something? This Asian dude that I guess had a mental issue. He was talking about how he was arrested on private property, public property, whatever. He was clearly out of his mind. And I saw 3 police officers drive by laughing at him, one recording him, and then when I recorded her recording him, she put her phone down because she knew she was wrong. And I'm seeing a constant thing of unprofessionalism from MPD. You're engaging with protesters, and I understand you guys have a job to do. I understand that. I do. But when you engage with protesters and get them riled up, you're only making the problem worse.
Yeah, like you'd be able to do it tonight.
Like laughing at them,
and not to get in them.
like that, you know?
I'm gonna answer your question fast. I'm gonna try to address what you kind of said.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me just say, unprofessional should not be accepted on anybody's behalf. That being said, I can only what that officer did. If he wanted to report that officer or whatever he wanted to do against that officer, I can't speak.
They think this shit is a joke.
They stop her from being fired for acting like that, then those people are bastards too. It's a systemic problem. The same way we have systemic racism in our fucking government system, we've got systemic like bullshit and corruption in our PD. There is no reason why a major, a commander of a division should be able to address either her superiors or her subordinates and say things like, oh, these citizens that we are supposed to
the community, and to be able to show you the before, the during, and after. It's so important to show the before, the during, and after, because there's this narrative, right? If you watch Fox News, if you listen to a friggin' Trump speech, and when I say Fox News, because what's interesting, let me divide Fox News up into 2 things. You have Fox News, the people that report the news, and then you have Fox News, the entertainers, people like Tucker Carlson and Gene Perino. They will tell you they're not reporters.
We're going to listen to TK now.
That guy over there says we have 2 to 3 minutes before he calls SPD, and they come over here. I mean, but you guys choose to want to leave. That's on us as a group. But like, I really don't give a fuck about them coming here. No, on that side it is. This side is So, I mean, if you guys are cool with chilling, I'm cool with chilling. Hey, we all good with just chilling? Fuck that nut? Hey, can we all hear?
Can everyone hear TK right now?
I can't hear everybody's response to this
So if you
goddamn
want to
plane.
get closer to listen, that'd be great. Black woman speaking.
So are we saying fuck S.NSPD and chilling, or are we leaving? What are we doing?
Fuck 12, we don't do what they want.
Oh, there's the answer. Fuck 12, we don't do what they want. I guess we're chilling.
So you can tell SDOT, fuck him and SPD. There's an SDOT dude over here. Seattle Department of Transportation.
Cops already rolled up and drove away.
Yeah, that's because that's in unincorporated King County, so that's the sheriff's jurisdiction.
Gotcha.
SPD would come from that side because that's Seattle's
that's good
jurisdiction
info.
over there.
I mean,
But what the fuck can they do? We're in the middle, so what the fuck can you really do? Fight over who's gonna get us first?
Yeah.
Fuck, stupid. I mean, they already came and left anyway.
I kind of feel like that. Yeah, like nobody cares now, but like November, December for sure.
Behind us, in front of us, to the side of us, and then a guardrail. So we're just boxed in, and it is what it is. So what I was starting to say, though, you know, if you get your news from Fox News, right? Oh, Seattle's in flames and blah, 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 right? There hasn't been anything since, like, to that degree since May 30th. There's been nothing here like that. And, right, Fox News took pictures from Minneapolis and other cities and said it was Seattle. They took a picture from this guy from the John Brown Gun Club and photoshopped him into multiple pictures when that wasn't the case either. Which also then gets into this whole inanity of, oh, leftists don't have guns and they're not armed and we're just, and then like, oh my God, they have guns and chops and they're organized and they have big guns. And so like, make up your mind on the narrative, all right? Because you all sound crazy. So it sounds like the Auto Club is coming. Coming from the east, that's that way. All right. Well, if the Auto Club's coming, let's go ahead and
we'll go over there and be where, like, maybe we can see the police coming. I'm gonna go super high with it so I can. So here, we'll give you a little view of what's happening on the other side of the car brigade. So on this side of the car brigade, this is where you see all the people that are stopped for the bridge right here. You see several semi trucks, a bus, a bunch of other trucks, and I think I see a tow truck. Yeah. And then beyond that, it's hard to see with this camera, but many more cars behind them. Yeah. And in terms of needing donations to be able to get to Louisville, I saw some people commenting about it. I think it's good to be as specific as possible when you're asking about things that you need. So like, basically I looked up plane tickets. A last minute ticket like this for tomorrow would be about $300 one way, which sucks. It's a lot of money. But then you got to consider, I want to be back to Portland on Saturday for the crazy Proud Boy convention that's happening. Which is going to be, probably slightly less than that. I haven't looked that part up. But then there's also a hotel, or like not a hotel, but I'll get the cheapest motel possible. That kind of stuff. Oh, hold on a second. Now, just to let you know, so this is what was just said, was that one of the trucks that was waiting on the one side said that if we didn't move in like 3 minutes, he was going to call SPD to come, and they said, all right, call him. So, because they're not going to stop just based on that. So we're going to see if the SPD actually does show up. But either way, you know, we'll see what happens. I don't see any lights yet, though, so that's a good sign. You don't think they'll come, Callie? I think they might, actually. See Malcontent getting geared up with his bulletproof vest and everything. I've already got mine on. I've got my gas mask on my chest with also my helmet. So we'll see if any of those things will be necessary. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I think they will come. Honestly, if I was to bet one way or the other, I'd say that they'll probably come, especially if we don't move for a while. So. Show you a little bit about Malcontent, what he's doing. There he is. I just want to point out the fact, Mal is a fucking, he has grandkids. Like, Mal is a grandfather, and he's out here doing the thing, you know. He's a fucking warrior, guys. Like, I have so much respect for Malcontent. It's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know if you are older than him. But I'm not going to ask him what his age is. I just know that he is a grandfather. As you see, we're still here holding down the bridge. We've got the area completely blocked with car brigade. No one can cross the bridge whatsoever. How many people on the bridge? How many people claiming media? I'd say there's 100 on the bridge, and it doesn't look like it right here because you have like, people in car brigade and things that are kind of in the cars and near the cars, and some behind me too. But there's about 100, and yeah, I'm standing on a pedestrian part of the bridge. And there's about 3 streamers, I think, myself included, me, Malcontent, and someone else that I don't recognize. But yeah, that's where we're at there. You see those yellow bins over there? That's where the spray paint is. There was a lot. Oh, it smells. Yeah, it smells like mad spray paint everywhere, for sure. I remember smelling it. I didn't realize what they were doing at first, and I remember smelling it like, it's got nail polish. What's going on? It's like weird, like acetone or something. Like, yeah, and it was just like, nope, that's spray paint for sure. I love just sticking by and listening to his commentary because he's just so well spoken. He's got a lot of great knowledge. I don't have a lot of time to watch other people's streams, but if he's up and I'm on some downtime, I'll generally keep him in the ear and listen to what he's got to say. Got Mal moving over here, so I'm gonna go see if I can catch up to him and see what he's got to say about what's going on over here. Yeah, he's not my senpai, but well, yeah, I guess he's kind of my senpai, huh? By the definition of senpai. Yeah, I admire him a lot, and I'm excited to work together with him because we've been talking about it for a while. We actually, I probably stay in contact through DMs and stuff with Malcontent more than any other streamer, other than like maybe Eric's. Senpai Tango. Senpai Tango, that's what
is it?
People are calling you Senpai Tango. Senpai.
Oh, senpai, I'll be,
No, they're saying because like you're like my senpai.
Oh.
What do you think about all this going on over here? You see a lot of cars. You can't really see it so well on the stream because of all the lights, but you got at least 7. Well, if you want to talk about far, it is probably about like 10 cars down. Watch this guy right here. I think he's trying to turn around. Send pole. You guys are clever.
Anyway, we're waiting for the auto club to show up. Yeah, Lakota's got a good suggestion there. It's a good time to show your mods, and there you go. Look at all those hearts. I love it.
I'm not watching Facebook, but spam hearts for the mods because they're holding it down on Facebook, and I appreciate that. It's good for them to be able to see it. But...
hearts.
Show appreciation for the mod team because they're doing a great job.
So
he is not going to try and tow one of the cars. That would not be a good situation for him. People would block him with their bodies. See at least 2 buses waiting too. That's at least 2 city buses in a line of cars on each side.
I see 2 buses, I see multiple trucks. Generally what's happened, a lot of people get here and they turn around. There are alternate routes to get across this area here. So if I'm sounding muffled, it's because I've masked up. And I put on the gear just because, again, the word is the auto club is coming. So I figured when we got here, I wasn't geared up at all. I was just out here in shirt and pants like it was just a regular day. And it has turned into not so much, or potentially may turn into not so much a regular day. I was just going to ready to say, it looks like they're here, but it's a different vehicle.
Just showed up what's happening. Mal, how would you describe in like a minute or less what has just happened?
So I guess what's happened is EDM has come to the South Park Bridge. They've shut down the bridge. It appears they've shut down the bridge on the King County side based on chatter that I've read. And they have hung a couple of banners, and some people did got in some good trouble, as we like to say, and did some spray painting. And there's word that the Seattle Police Department, who is going to be especially unhappy with all of this tonight, which is part of the reason why I was like, well, I guess I might as well put on the stuff. allegedly are on their way, but it appears, based on some stuff that's reading and information being sent to me, there are questions on the jurisdiction and if they could actually come here. And as I understand it, and some information that was shared with me, we're kind of standing in a demilitarized zone right here. And then right where those barriers are, right, the arms that would come down.
Yeah.
That's Seattle. And then the barriers on the other side, that's King County. So that's the anarchist zone. So that's the anarchist zone.
Yeah, over there.
Over there, where this truck's coming. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna find out. Safe zone here, maybe. Hey, bro.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. Return the camera. Beautiful on the very polluted Louisville River. This is a Superfund site, or it was a Superfund site. Well, I give up on that.
Yeah, Dark, you're right. I know it's not exactly easy to see anyway with the lights, but I'm just being extra careful. There's a person trying to either direct the semi or warn him, and that's all you need to know, really.
What's happening is a couple of people that are related to security for the group. They're kind of moving around in the area, and so medics, security, and fire brigade are super targeted. And so we're just trying to provide some cover. We'll be showing a lot of criminals on Saturday. Cowboys shooting at people and bear macing and driving around with no license plates. So Corey, you can come back and see criminals. Did that hurt, Corey? It's not the kind of criminals I was supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, the semi seems to be understanding the fact that he can't do anything right now. There's just not enough space for him to back up and turn around. I see a bus. So over there you can see a bus turning around. He's got enough space. Malcontent's got this side. I'm going to go back the other side and see what's going on with the protesters and everything else. So this is the Duwamish River, as you heard Mal say just a minute ago. It's very polluted.
out of this bubble, I'll give you a answer. Can you please just get out of this bubble, please? So if I have no problems with you, sir, then I'll have to like. I don't have any problems with you. All right.
SPD's been good to you. SPD's been good to you, bro. Fuck you, bro.
So we're not gonna film exactly. There's some people. Some people are trying to agitate. We're not gonna film that. But other people are arguing with them right now, saying, you know.
Your dog seems aggressive and he might bite someone, so I think it's for sure that we get him out of here because his dog is literally.
Why don't you? I did! But you know, you guys did the right thing. I did the right thing. I vote. I take it.
Okay, TP's out of the... Baby.
All right, so yeah, so that's there's a man that came through agitating basically, and there's just a discussion. There's a discussion going on.
Yes, they're blocking the bridge, and now some of them are going to go agitate, but the concrete reporting and his buddy, what is it, malcontent.
Yeah, we can go, like what Mal's doing, he's got the good idea, because he's got the pole cam, so you can't ever see anything with that. Like, you can't see anything defining when you're that high up, so we're going to go high.
They're going to show the agitation. They'll show all of it.
Nobody, bro. All about this protest.
And they'll let you know that their friends are about to go agitate people on the bridge, and they're blocking from going to where they're trying to go.
Not in my face. Push it up against me, and then you where's the other one? You guys grab.
Can you guys hear, by the way?
Sorry, buddy, you're gonna have to reroute. Call your boss. Back that shit up.
I just had them turned up way too much, my bad. Truckers starting to get mad now. Blaring that horn.
Yeah, that's the point, bro. That's the whole point. What do you think happens if a fucking barge comes along and they have to open this goddamn bridge?
Disrupted. This is disruption. Like, how did you not get that, bro? We're doing it on purpose, so...
It's on purpose. I would like it if it was this way.
I tell you what, if that trucker is delivering food to like anywhere in Seattle, he needs to just open up the back doors and just dump it all in that freaking bay right there. Just dump it all, and then all these protesters will have nothing to eat tomorrow.
Graffitiing everything.
That's right.
Like, you guys are being assholes.
That's the point.
I don't know if you've actually heard this, but you guys are being actual dicks. And you're costing people time and money over something we all agree on.
No, not at all.
Thank God.
That's
dying black people?
For who? For who?
You
what
literally
tiny, incredible minority of people are actually racist in this country?
About
yes, you have.
Whoa!
You literally talk about how
Let's see. I'll answer that question. 100% of the people in this country are racist because everybody has inherent bias and inherent racism. Literally, everybody in this country.
And I know that's not the case all the time, but yes, I am.
And if that comment makes you uncomfortable, guess what? Like, if you're like, furiously writing the comments right now? I'm not a racist! Guess what? Go look in the mirror. Think hard.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, when you get home.
You're a liar.
I'm a liar?
You don't have a smartphone?
No, I don't. I don't play those games.
Look, that's fine. You can Google it. Will you Google it?
I will Google it. I will Google it. I've heard the argument that police enforcement, law enforcement has existed way before the beginning of this country. It's just not.
Do you think
I mean, I can see how you can kind of construe and move
I'm
that
still
direction.
talking. Do you think police officers are equal to someone like me or someone like you?
Ideally,
Correct.
and I think
No, do
probably
you-
most of the times.
Really?
Not in all. Yeah, not in all cases. I mean, obviously, look. There are problems with this fucking country. A lot of people are speaking up about it right now.
But this has been going on for 100 years.
Wow,
Yeah,
this is
I
actually
get it.
pretty shocking.
There's a big
I made the
fucking-
statement. There's bipartisan agreement in my feet.
This is not the
Yes,
thing that doesn't need
there are
to
even
happen
people
right
on the
now.
right. There's someone dude who's got a Trump hat on. He just typed in, I agree with you, everyone is racist to some degree. There is some hope for the country.
So people use their free speech. MLK, you like MLK, right? Let me finish. I have not cut you off. You like MLK, right?
I guess.
Yeah, you know,
MLK
I'll give him the
literally
inch.
talks
Give him
about
the inch.
how
We're having a good night
rioting,
so far.
protesting, graffiti, all of this stuff is
Graffiti?
voice of the
He was
unheard.
an advocate for graffiti.
He agreed with
Jim, that's a
people
ridiculous statement.
and
Again,
right now we
everybody
are
is
not being
racist.
heard. And so we
Racist
do
is
things like
100%.
this.
Everybody has unconscious and inherent bias.
So then what's been happening? What's been happening? How?
Fucking graffiti.
So all the more reason why you should be fighting against
Tell me,
racism.
what would be
And the
protected?
first step of fighting against racism is acknowledging that you have inherent bias.
I mean,
Are you serious?
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
That's your thing. Join the system rather than making the
There's a
new system.
bipartisan support.
Join the system.
I'm really
that's
stunned with
creating
the
a new
bipartisan support.
because that works.
Like anybody who's digging in their heels on that, seriously, you need to go look in the mirror. You need to really think about your inherent biases. You're just not willing to
I mean,
admit it.
seriously, if you can change the system, become part
We're
of the
changing
system, I
the
think
system
that's a
right now.
little.
Did you know what happened with City
This is the
Council's
South
budget?
Park Bridge, and I'm not being a
So
smartass
basically,
when I say
we've been marching.
say that.
All the city
People who
council
aren't from
members,
Seattle
houses,
be like,
who
oh,
hold them
what a dick,
accountable and
South
have a
Park Bridge. It's like,
conversation.
no, we are really
They
on the
made
South
it
Park Bridge.
To put defunding SPD on the budget list, they had taken away the youth jail because we do not need youth in cages. And then the mayor was like, fuck that, I'm going to veto it. But then we kept putting pressure on the city council. So today, during the meeting that we were all a
Rob,
part
I
of,
know so
this
many
group
lies from
right
the
here,
president
as
of
well as
the
other black groups, had these things back on the ballot, had these things okayed because now the mayor can't re-veto it.
All right. Well,
That's
I
our
agree with
work.
the mayor first of all for vetoing stuff.
Wait, why would you agree with the mayor?
Because as someone who lives in an area where there's like several gang shootings every week, we need more police. We need more police. We need better equipped and trained police. And we need more police. Like there's bad shit going on all the time, all over the place.
So,
and not just
what
the
would
black
police
people.
do to us?
White people, fucking Latino people. This area is just.
How are you making your community better?
How I make my community better? Just trying to keep my fucking.
You're doing
place
nothing.
safe.
White silence is pointless. You're complicit.
House over there. Don't worry about it. Too much. So.
You're complicit. You don't care about people that look like me, like him,
You are?
like him. You care about people that look like him.
Can you guys hear?
and a couple
Can you
of
guys
them.
hear?
You don't care about us.
I care about you as much as I care about any other rando fucking person
If
I see
I-
on the street.
if I was
Why should I care about you? As
Because I'm
as
a human
regular.
being.
Oh sure. I mean, as far as a human goes, I care about people generally.
No,
if I see
if I
someone
was
trip
told,
or some
listen,
shit, I'm gonna help them up. I help
if
people
I
carry
was,
things.
okay,
I open doors for people.
if I was pulled over by police and getting beat up, would you assume I did something wrong?
Well, I would have no idea of the situation, and the only thing that's gonna happen by me joining in is me getting fucking shot
That's
or
not true.
beat
So
or some
here's a
shit.
quick little story for you, and then I'm gonna leave because you are wasting my time.
I'm wasting your time.
Yes.
I thought you were just here. What are you here? You're here to
You
talk
are
and
wasting,
tell
sorry, you are
protests
wasting
and
my
stuff.
energy.
Okay, that's fair.
So, why are you still wasting your breath on this knuckling
I
ass
just said this is my
motherfucker?
last day.
God
I was coming
damn.
back from Bible camp, and the police pointed my car out. I was driving to Bainbridge Island with everyone in my group, and they singled me out as soon as I stole my car, beat me up, held me up at gunpoint, arrested me, and the only reason I'm still here today is because a white man jumped in front of me.
Well, that's fantastic. Great for you.
I'm just
great
saying
for him.
that
space,
you,
bro.
if any of our lives were on the stake, you would be the one pulling the trigger.
You're a fucking waste of space, bro. Like, why are you still here?
Maybe.
You maybe no, it is correct, bro. Like you literally are a waste of space, bro. Like dead ass, you could have dead ass, you could have been educated. You're choosing to still be ignorant, bro. Like dead ass, your ignorance is a choice at this
Supposed
point.
to just like instantly flip over and like, what am I supposed to say? What would make you happy?
Your mom swallowing you would have made me happy, dead
Oh
ass.
damn, my mom should have swallowed me.
Yeah, she should have. Your
Yeah.
daddy should have left you in a sock too, or put you in the toilet, something. Anything to avoid you standing here as a person right now, I'd have chose better. I'd expected that. I'd have respected that more.
No. Yeah. This fucking like. You guys have to understand.
You don't have to understand shit.
You're angry about graffiti, my nigga.
Yeah.
You're interrupting Black Lives Matter about graffiti, bro. I've been trying to keep myself in pocket for you, bro. Nah, bro. No, it is fucking necessary, bro. Listen to me, my G. It's either you gonna keep on stepping, bro, or there's gonna be real fucking problems with us, bro. I'm sick and tired of people like you trying to fuck with us, bro. Nah, I'm not her, bro. I'm serious. I'm not playing with you, bro. Either you gonna keep stepping, bro, or there's gonna be serious problems between me and you, bro. I'm serious, bro. So do you want there to be problems? We can fight, bro. We can fight, bro.
I don't want to fight.
No, it seems like you do because you want to be here, bro. You want to be here.
I want to be
keep it
here
stepping? No,
because I see a
you need to
fucking
keep
problem.
it stepping. There's no problems.
Now, do you guys?
There's no problems, my G. There's no problems, bro. There's no problems, bro.
Let me ask these guys one question and I'll leave. Is that cool?
What?
Yeah,
what?
Real quick. You guys seem pretty fucking chill.
Real quick. Hurry up.
Do you agree with this?
Yeah.
100%. No, do you agree with the style of like,
100%.
where you can force? No, where you
we tried to
where you
you don't want to listen. We tried.
to
We
remove
tried.
someone from public property.
We tried.
When you call the cops and try to get us out of here, what do you think they're going to do? Force us out of public property, right? We're standing here practicing our First Amendment right, my nigga. Simple, bro. Simple, bro.
It is our First
First, you out here
Amendment
without
right.
a mask, bro. You out here causing a pandemic risk. Put on a fucking mask and then you can come talk to me, bro.
That part.
I don't care, bro. I want you to touch me now. I definitely want you to touch me, bro. Seriously. All right, then, bro. Keep it pushing, my nigga. You're over. You got me started, bro. You definitely got me started, bro. You definitely got me started, my nigga. You definitely got me started. I told you to keep pushing. How are you doing? Keep pushing, bro. All right, bro. You need to know. You need to keep pushing. Like, keep it moving, before niggas get crazy in here, bro. Niggas been calm with you, bro. Simple, my G. I've been calm with you, bro. Keep pushing, partner. I ain't playing. I ain't playing.
Where you live. You gotta start at home first. The world watches us. We can change the world from here. Because the world just watches it change. We're the cornerstone of change in America. The world is watching us every single day. We're always on every single major freaking news outlet in America every day, every morning. And then one day when I realized that, an idea clicked in my head, I was like, holy shit. If we change Seattle, the world will change with us. So change Seattle first. The world is going to change with us. I promise you.
It's getting funky, come on. It's getting funky, come on.
their fucking doors? Is it during that time? I thought so.
If you don't support what I'm doing right now, why are you still here?
We got what? 3 months? That means I'm only worth 1/3 of a year. I'm only good for 1/12 of a year. For you to
and then they go and act on it. They do something terrible. And sometimes they do some of those terrible things that they do are actually directed in the wrong direction, which makes it even worse. Like, for instance, in Minneapolis, the person that literally struck the first match in Minneapolis, that
Holy
was
shit.
a guy in an Aryan bike club.
Z-Bowl,
They
thank
are
you, dude.
wanted,
Holy fuck. Thank you
but they're
so
not
much.
looking for it
Seriously.
too hard.
Thank you.
The dude that lit the police precincted building on fire.
Maybe I will be
in
able to go to Louisville tomorrow. Wow,
a
thanks, dude.
nationalist dude who was just arrested. Stunning, isn't it? See, because some of them read that stuff and then they're like, okay, I'm going to go and do this and this, and I'll try to blame it on them. But most people that do
Nobody
this stuff
attacked
are just too
anybody. You
freaking
saw it.
stupid
You
to
saw it
pull
very
off
clearly.
the
Nobody attacked anyone.
So you have these right-wingers, and they essentially steal our content. And then what they do, because there's the watermarks and the links, they kind of, try to crop it out. But then the picture gets all crappy when they crop it out. And then
Z-Bowl,
sometimes their
seriously, thank you.
followers come over here, and then we have to just start banning them. And it's just terrible. And the thing is we don't ban them right away because they're useful idiots. Because the Facebook AI doesn't care. All the Facebook AI
That's where we're about
cares
to go.
about is that I have more eyeballs. All right. One of the things that I had said is that when they do the load up call, we're just going to probably just be like, okay, I'm going to throw the phone in and we're going to roll. So this is what's going to happen.
You cool with that roll out with you?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Okay, thank you.
So what's going to happen is we're going to roll up. Police never showed up. Again, what I had read was there was all this discussion between the two police forces, King County and Seattle, on who controlled the bridge. And that's why I said I think that there's this decision was made that there's kind of this demilitarized zone. I'm going to take my phone with me this time because I know what's going on this time. White Cadillac is Don't let me over.
Yeah, so nobody got attacked at all. They basically just said you need to leave because you're now at this point you're just causing a disturbance and you're not actually here to have a real discussion.
They stopped streaming when I started just hammering them. Someone just let me know. Thank you, malcontents.
Somebody just cheered like 7,500 bits, which was awesome. I might actually have some help getting to Louisville tomorrow.
Nice.
I think 7,500 is $75.
Really?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
Thank you. That guy, thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone's watching on Twitch. I don't even know what a cheer is, but if you can, like, go ahead and give me a cheer, that'd be cool.
Bits are kind of like tips. Like, you know how Twitch, if you get a sub, Twitch takes half of it, basically.
Okay.
Bits are just like straight tips, no profit for at Twitch. It's just straight to you, the streamer.
Got it.
It's really nice. That was super nice. Thank you, man. Z-Bowl, I think his name is. Check your PayPal. What? What is going on? I don't know if I can.
Concrete's gonna head out to.
Yeah. Did they say that they were all meeting somewhere, or are we just out?
He said he's gonna give me a reach around. I mean, it cost him 50.
You saw the Snapchat videos.
Adam was having a blast. Adam was drunk as shit. It's time to go.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Ooh, somebody in the distance.
Oh, Chris and
I will. I'll tell him. I'll tell him you're with him. I want that stick.
We got a speaker with a mic here. We got a speaker with a mic. Just real quick before we leave.
Oh shit.
No, there's somewhere in here, out here.
We got the loudspeaker coming in.
Take just a couple steps back.
Oh, no, Zach, I'm not using that. I'm using the selfie stick right now, but I'll give it back to you.
This one there. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so I said this before. It doesn't matter the numbers. If there's 3 people out here, we're fucking protesting. Do you understand that? So I'm gonna read this article. I put this out on my Twitter today. This is the New York Times, people. The New York Times. The only other paper that's more viewed is the Washington Post. The title of it is "Some Protests Against Police Brutality Take a More Confrontational Approach." And obviously, y'all know. need accomplices. So so you guys have to understand that word. Accomplice historically is attached to what other word? Crime, right? So if you're an accomplice, what does that mean? That means that you are complicit in an act of whatever individual is committing a crime. So him saying you guys are accomplices has already put you guys in a whole different category. And let me go on a little bit further, and we're gonna move. But let me explain something to you people. When I tell you guys that this shit is really serious now, and your lives are at stake, okay? So it talks about everyone who is in the BLM movement being dressed all in black. Let me say that again. So what it talks about specifically is everyone being involved in these protests being dressed in all black. You guys have officially been stereotyped. Let me say that again. Anyone who is dressed in all black is either a supporter of Antifa or Antifa, according to the New York Times. Now, the reason why that is important is you have to understand, in the society that we live, anything that's associated with being against this government and against this country is looked at as being a criminal or a terrorist. So now you guys get to feel what we feel. People are going to look at you differently. When you guys are coming to these protests and you run into 7-Eleven and all this black, and you notice people doing these double takes, you can thank the New York Times for that. Your safety is on the line. This article, so this is what I would like everybody here to do. It was posted yesterday, September the 21st, and please read this article. Let me fast forward. So everything that we do has been exposed in this article. From those two tents over there to what time we gathered. There's even an section in here that has supposedly some pamphlets that were on a table before one of our movements. And let me find this, because this is pretty fucking incredible. And if this is actually true, this definitely has to stop. If you have literature out here, be careful about how you fucking expose it, and don't let random people just come up and start fingering what you have. If you have an agenda, promote it accordingly. Listen to these titles. Why break windows? I want to kill cops until I'm dead. Peace, P-I-E-C-E, peace now, comma, peace later, P-E-A-C-E later. An anarchist introduction to firearms in defense of smashing cameras. And finally, a three-way fight, revolutionary anti-fascism and armed self-defense. There is no way on this earth that this could possibly be true in the midst of a Black Lives Matter movement. If there's somebody with this kind of literature, there's no way in the world you should have this out in fucking public. And especially have the New York Times reporting that this was on the table at a Black Lives Matter rally before they went out and protested. This is in black and white, people, in the New York Times. The New York fucking Times. This is what kills black and brown people. And so this is what they talk about the energy. So they are describing what we do here before we leave. Okay. The energy was something like a carnival in the fucking dark. The fucking part I added that. Listen to this. Paint balloons, get your paint balloons somewhere. Mulit-Live was too racially diverse for them to protest. They needed to go somewhere whiter. Y'all want to hear the rest of it and listen to this shit. So, the protesters caravan 20 minutes away to Alberta, a more affluent neighborhood that began being gentrified in the 1990s. They reassembled and marched through the streets. So this entire movement caravan 20 minutes away to go protest somewhere else, right? Is that something that we would fucking do?
Yeah, the wife showed me the map, and it says it should be at my.
Okay, so who was involved when we were over in, I want to say it was the Kenton Business District. There were some picnic tables that was burned up. So anyway, there is a black gentleman in this article, and once again, we ain't attacking nobody. I want you guys to please read this article. It was posted yesterday in the New York Times. Read it from start to finish because it is the most incredible piece of horse crap. I mean, it is amazing. The audacity, the arrogance for them to paint a picture of our movement in this light because they have just put everyone here on blast. The clothes you wear now single you out. The movement that you are part of has pamphlets on the table talking about how to fucking arm yourself, how to kill fucking people. Really?
Who's the reporter? Is that Mike Baker?
So I'm gonna give you the reporter's name. And so this is a classic example of a true assassin. Whoever put this article together is a real fucking assassin. Do you understand what I'm telling you? The way these words are put together, there's no way that the picture is going to be painted that is anywhere close to what it actually is. So you guys have been targeted. We are being targeted. And what that means is it's time for us to step up, people. It's time. It's time.
Thank you, everybody.
You know, it's great
that
to
went
go
and voted.
and
I saw
gather
y'all
and
in
party.
the comment section. Y'all, man, y'all are absolutely awesome. Thank y'all so much for helping me, get to the finals and, get the second place win. Which what I got was a Ransford Rogers coffee mug and my $25 Amazon gift certificate. And he put a roll of toilet paper in there for me. How awesome is that? It's kind of fun. I thought it was kind of funny, And he wrote me a little letter, and it's really cool. But look, and I think what I'm gonna do is I've been debating this, but I think it's kind of cool, like, because I've been watching YouTube since like 2003, like since the beginning. I remember like getting out of high school, graduating in 2003, and YouTube was there. I don't think it was like super huge, barely. I think it was very new, but I definitely want to say I might be totally just misremembering. But anyways, as a viewer for so long, I kind of liked like seeing what people would, especially like Owen Benjamin, for example. That was like some of my favorite streams, because, even though, it's the Big Bear, it's like a Christmas, it's cool just to see everybody thinks different. And, I don't know. Anyways, I was thinking about making a playlist and doing like, a short little thank you video to each thing and just having it like on a playlist. I don't know, maybe tell me what y'all think. I don't know. But anyways, so I'm going to do a thank you video for that. He's going to put it on his website. I'm looking for my Hippies for Trump flag because it's going to be on his website. I obviously trying to do a little branding action going on. But also, Fat Alfalfa, Alan, dude, thank you so much, man. I checked the P.O. box today. I had to go up there and to get the Rant Wars. And I wasn't expecting anything. And there was Alan sent me a letter and was just saying how cool it was to meet him in Ohio and stuff like that, or to meet me and Brandon. I thought that was cool. So, shout again, Twisted Tats, Lady Tats, and Fat Alfalfa, you know, members of our community here. They at that Millie protest, the Millie Weaver Shadowgate protest thing, they came, and so y'all are awesome. You know what I mean? Yo, We the Random, what's going on, bro? I love you too, man. I see you out there grinding, streaming out there those protests. I see that. Love you too, bro. Keep rocking. Hey, I can't wait to get the internet. I'm gonna show the drag, the MAGA drag. You know, I can't wait to show everybody your email. That was awesome. That was awesome. You know, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, it is just funny because yeah, but guys, yeah, I love me. That's what I was telling my cousin today. You know, my cousin's been hanging out here. They just got power 2 days ago. He's 19, and he whatever. Right now he's staying with his grandparents. He, you know, going through some stuff, but he's doing good. Everything's good, but it's just like a breath of fresh air because we haven't seen each other in a couple years, and he kind of values. You know, like every day, like just talking to him, like kind of helping him. You know, I guess I'm a positive figure, and he was just like hanging around or whatever. And I was telling him about you, you and your wife today too. So for some reason, y'all popped in the mind, and I was just telling him how y'all met, how y'all came out there, and that was awesome, man. That was too cool. Yeah, it was an awesome day. Yeah, that's what I'm missing. You know, on the new one coming soon, we'll send you some info. We can find something for your state. I'll send. Yeah, definitely send me an email. Yeah, if there's something like that going on, I'll try to catch it. I think I'm about to hopefully this Houston event still goes on. Hopefully this tropical storm Beta has no effect on this. Yo, Moose Man, what's going on, brother? Birdman 1990 is in the hizzy. What is good, man? What is good? I hope all is well. Yeah, y'all just make me in a good mood. I just like saying hi to everybody. Y'all are awesome. But yeah, that's why I hope this event goes down in Houston. It's going to be an excellent event. There's a upstairs is going to be VIP. That's Hey Hippies for Trump. Have you heard from Bobby is going to the one in Houston? Is it a boat parade? Trump boat parade, Audrey? Yeah, Beta Hurricane. You know, it's like, and in so many levels, you know, Raymond, like, you know, in rap, they got like double entendres. It's like a meaning that's got multiple, a phrase, words together, it's got multiple meaning, all this stuff, right? It's like, you know, Hurricane Beta, especially after this, it's like definitely the beta of Hurricane Laura. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know. It's just a couple of different ways. I just thought it was like the name is so. It was just the irony. You know what I mean? No, I did talk to Bobby a couple times, but I didn't know about that. If you're talking about the event this weekend, it's going to be across from where the Astros play. Bobby is going to the one in Houston. Oh, right on. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. I hope it's the same one. That'd be cool. Yeah, you're right. Hey, yo, you got a cigarette? Yeah, I'll take one. Yeah, so I'm ready to like get on the. Yo, Emerald, what's up, man? Yo, thank you on that other live stream. As soon as the live stream ended, you blessed the PayPal, man. I appreciate it, Emerald. Thank you. But yeah, because I'm ready to like, I miss that, you know, on the back end. I see like Brandon's conversation with the guys and what they're doing. And, you know, it's kind of like sad, man. It's, you know, it was like I don't know. It's just bum, you know. I just can't wait to like get back out there covering these. Man, y'all don't understand. I love it, man. I love it, man.
What's up?
Yo, what's up?
What's up? How you doing, guys? Yo, Trump lovers.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, smoke break for sure. I'm about to light up this cigarette. Let's see. Yo, so what's going on in y'all's neighborhood? I know I talked to Guides Knight earlier, and he said that they had another little small earthquake, and that the fires are kind of dwindling a little bit, but they're expanding. Like there's new ones. I don't have a lighter. But look, let me see. Kelly and cousin. Everyone's saying hi. That's the gas station friend. Yeah, that's the gas station friend. Yeah. Hey, well, I'm glad you're smoking a cigarette with me. Yeah, roll one. Hey, well, you know, maybe if I live somewhere else, you know, just like, yeah, guys, Knight, the Pakistan guy. Yeah. Trump lover. Yeah, from Pakistan. He's been here 3 years, and his family already calls him Whitey. Huh? He's been corrupted by the Western culture. So funny. It's awesome. You know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. It is. Yeah, because look, from this perspective, the reason why I think it's cool is, and whatever, 20 years, 21 years in your country, and you see America from the eyes of being in Pakistan and all things that come with that. And then to come over, because that's kind of like one of the things, Western culture ruins everything and all that's a talking point. So from the standpoint that one could come over here from a nation such as Pakistan and then realize it's not maybe what the propaganda, like we were discussing the other night, you know what I mean? That's why I think it's cool because, some people can be here 2 decades, 20 years and still be kind of, in a sense. Yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah, Birdman, light one up too, man. I'm doing it right now. We all getting it. Yo, Miss Red Badger. She's in the building. I didn't see her. Oh, there she is. Once you get west, you can't go back. Once you go west, you can't go back. Yeah, maybe.
West makes you addicted to it.
West makes you addicted to it. Yeah? You want to tell them? Look. That's the mic right there. They can't hear nothing. But you could talk to them if you want.
So, West make it addicted to it, Everybody's like, love it. I've been this country for 3 years and I feel like it's my own country. And this is my buddy. We hang out every day.
Tell them what you think. About whatever.
Yeah, so moved here 3 years ago. And I just fell in love with this country, especially this guy. He just changed my perspective and everything. We hang out every day. And I learned a lot of things from him, especially about the US government and all this stuff. If you live foreign, like abroad countries, people have like kind of changed perspective for US. Like, they think like US government and US people are not good people. But when you come here, you fell in love with this country, with the people like we are here, lovers, we love each other, we live each other, we eat each other, we smoke each other, we listen music and everything. I just got off my work. I didn't go to my home. I just come here, meet my friends. Now I will go back to my home. So that's all I wanted to say. And thank you so much accepting people like us in this country. It's a generous way, People should accept this, and it's not just right now. It's going on for a centuries. People come here, live here, make money, and I know some people, they come here, make money, live here, they don't like this country.
Hate this country.
Those people are bullshit. Bullshit. They make money and they don't love this country. We should love this country. We are all American, one people. We will stand every day and every war.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, I'll tell you what they say. They say, it says, Hippies has told us about you. So glad you love it here. Welcome. There were some awesome comments. Freedom baby, someone else said. This country loves you. So glad you love it, brother. Welcome and bless you. Glad to have you from Pakistan, my friend. Welcome to the land of opportunity. Freedom baby, welcome, darling. So glad you love this country.
Thank you
Amen,
so much.
brother.
Thank you so
Everybody
much,
say
guys, for
yeah.
your love and support. And I will stand by. I will stand by in every bad condition. And I told Sean, if something will go wrong in this country, we will be in the in the front position and will fight for this country.
Absolutely.
I know. This is the best thing I got here, and I feel like I should born here, but I was not born here.
Yeah.
So, guys, love you so much. Stay blessed and have a good night, right?
Awesome. Yo, that's my friend right there. That's the friend. Y'all have heard me talk about him. Let me flip the camera around. Y'all see it? I could brainwash anybody to love this country. God, this one. I was just joking when I said that.
And one more thing, the last thing, 2020 election, it's coming. We should all go out and vote for the right person. And who's the right person? One and only Mr. Donald Trump.
Absolutely.
We will vote for him. He built this country. If you see, he stopped wars and everything in the Middle East. He's just doing whatever he can do for this country. He's doing for everyone. We don't want China communist here. We want real democratic country. And that's how America made. And that's how we will build up the nation again, how you guys used to be, right? So just go out and vote for the Trump, and let's see, and we hope he will be in office again.
Absolutely. Hell yeah, you will.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
You could call him Han, but Shazad is, how cool is that name, Shazad? That's fucking cool, man. I like that name. But you leaving?
Yeah, he might waiting for me.
Yeah, he's probably waiting for you. Yeah, man.
And
Hit me up.
And in a couple of days, we will have one show you can call postcard or whatever. We will talk about U.S. foreign policies, how it works in Middle East and all, all the region. We got our troops there, and we will talk about that because mostly people they don't know what's going on there. And I know I came from this country and I learned a lot. I'm a college student. I know I will give my perspective with Mr. Sean, and we will talk about all the things, and will guys we will help you to know like what's going on there. So in couple of days, just wait for that video.
And you'll be cooking.
Yeah, and we will be cooking some good food. So just wait for that video, and we will have some good talk, especially on politics and foreign policies regarding US and in Middle East. So guys, good night.
Yeah, man. Look, when I go get a pack of cigarettes, it takes me about in a Red Bull.
And this guy is going with me to my country with this guy. Come in, man. We are going.
Yeah.
And maybe in a couple of years, I'm waiting for something, and then we will go and we will make some video, and we will show you like how people love people. You know what I mean? They love people. They love American people, and we will try to show them a real picture of America, show the love, how people love there, and we'll show you.
So, God-fearing,
Yeah.
gun-toting,
Yeah.
American-loving citizens, baby.
Yeah.
If you haven't
Later,
already,
Gator.
go
Have a
subscribe
good
to
night.
Hippies for Trump. The
All
dude
right.
is amazing.
So yeah, I go to the store just to get a pack of cigarettes, and an hour rolls by. You know what I mean? But he tells me about thank you, like the stuff like on the border with India and Pakistan. Like there's a lot of crazy corruption.
We will talk about Iran.
Yeah.
We will talk about Middle East, Saudi Arabia,
Iran,
Israel,
Middle East, Saudi Arabia,
Lebanon, what's
Israel,
going on
Lebanon.
There, everything we will talk about.
I'm telling you.
Let you know like what's going on there and why Mr. Trump, he wants to, especially President Trump, he wants to bring our troops here because we don't want them to die there. This is their land. We have to, protect this land, not other lands.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that we will talk about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As soon as the internet gets up, man, that way we could show. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you need to go watch. Go watch. Yeah, yeah. Shazad. That's the dude, man.
Vote for Trump.
Yeah, that's the dude right there, man.
But you're a white fascist.
Yeah, I'm a white fascist Nazi. He said he watched a movie the other day. I forget, it was like a new movie or something that came out. And he was like, CNN told me the perspective of you, what I should think about you, or because of the movie or whatever. And he's like, well, he was helping a little bit. I was working on their roof for 3 days. Doing other stuff. Yo, let me say hi to some people in the chat that just popped in. Robin the Cat, definitely a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by tonight. And I thought there was another person, but I'm scrolling, and if I missed you, say hi, and I'll say hi back. But thank you, Robin and Cat, for stopping by. So for about 3 days, definitely 3 days, I was working on the roof. Watch, look, God's night. Let me show you. Earlier when you was talking to me and I said I'm in my BDUs, watch, let me show you.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end my stream, and I'm probably going to just watch hippies for a little bit. So if anybody else wants, it doesn't look like they're going to do anything really interesting with the protest tonight anyway. But the closer we get to the election, it's going to be ramping up, I'm sure. So yeah, go check out Hippies for Trump. That's where I'm probably going to be hanging out for at least a little bit before I pass out myself. Alright, folks. Much love. God bless. Y'all have a good one.
Anyways, I guess the top isn't out here, and I guess we would probably go back to the back. You can't even see them. Anyways, they're desert print, digital, and oh, there you go. And they're like, the water, a rain suit or whatever. Got the, no pockets, but it's got the zippers to get into your pocket. Same on the chest, for the jacket. It's got the pocket sleeves. But I picked those up from the pawn shop, man. $20. How badass is that? And it still had the pin. Yo, Jimmy the Great.